I'm Steve Ellman, St. Charles County Executive. I'm pleased to introduce this short documentary on one of the county's newest parks and the history behind it. I was born and raised in St. Charles County and used to teach high school history here. As a history buff, I'm always excited to learn something new about our area's history. This parkland has a rich past, particularly for one St. Charles County family. You'll learn about the man behind the name, his bravery, his family, and why the park is now named Oglesby Park. Enjoy.
Oglesby Park, the 18th park to open in the St. Charles County Park system, is located along Meyer Road near Forestell. It originally was purchased from the U.S. government between 1835 and 1840 by members of the Logan family. In 1871, it was sold for $2,000 to Benjamin Oglesby, a man who had been enslaved and later gained his freedom. As Oglesby was born enslaved, only contextual records exist to tell the story of his early life. He was born around 1825 in the state of Virginia, but it is unknown who his parents were. Records seem to indicate that in the 1830s, Oglesby came to Missouri with his enslaver, Marshall Byrd, a farmer from Virginia. They settled on property southeast of the park along Meyer Road. During this time, Oglesby lived among 7 other enslaved people while working the 260-acre farm, where tobacco was the primary crop, along with corn and wheat. The onset of the Civil War brought drastic changes to Benjamin Oglesby's life. In 1864, he took the greatest possible risk and ran away from Byrd. Despite the pro-slavery sentiments in his neighborhood in northwestern St. Charles County, Oglesby successfully made it to a recruiting depot in St. Charles. From there, his enlistment records and muster rolls tell the story of his 1 year of service in the Civil War. Upon being recruited in St. Charles, Oglesby went to Benton Barracks north of St. Louis City, where he was mustered into the 56th United States Colored Infantry Regiment. He served in Arkansas as a private in the unit until his discharge in November of 1865. Oglesby's muster rolls indicate he had an honorable service and was discharged on November 13, 1865 in Helena, Arkansas.
He knew that he was worthy of something more than just a man and a slave. And so he fought hard. He wanted to give something back by fighting in the war. And then when he came back, he wanted his family to have something, and he wanted to leave a legacy for his descendants.
He returned to Missouri and settled in Hickory Grove Township in Warren County, just west of Wentzville. The 1870 census shows Oglesby had a family during enslavement, and that they were able to reunite after emancipation and the end of the war. He and his wife Martha had 6 children, and they operated a farm. His children attended Douglas School nearby. On March 2, 1871, Benjamin Oglesby purchased a 140-acre property along Meyer Road for $2,000 from William Hageman. It appears Oglesby acquired the funds for this land through a deed of trust, which was entered into with Henry Reinecke in March 1871. They paid off the property on March 14, 1877. Oglesby raised crops similar to those during his time in enslavement, focusing primarily on tobacco, corn, and oats. He and his family also farmed wheat and raised cattle, sheep, and hogs. In 1880, the farm's total value was about $3,560, including livestock and farming implements. The 1890 personal tax records show the county assessor valued the property at $660, with approximately $480 in livestock. He paid $5.42 in taxes in 1890, equivalent to about $174 today. Benjamin's wife passed away prior to 1900. Benjamin died in 1901 at the age of 76. His children, Medora, Oscar, Albert, Charles, Walter, and Alabama, inherited the land, and records indicate it was owned by the immediate family until about 1947. Benjamin Oglesby is buried in Smith Chapel Cemetery, approximately 1 mile from his property. Douglas School, a one-room 1920 schoolhouse named after abolitionist Frederick Douglass, is being moved to the property from nearby. It served as a place of education for Oglesby's descendants and others in the area before it was closed in the late 1950s. The school is being disassembled and will be reconstructed and open for public viewing at the park. Oglesby Park is 199 acres and offers a variety of activities, with 2 lakes for fishing, a destination playground for children of all abilities, and paved walking trails and pavilions. The natural beauty of what attracted Benjamin Oglesby to the area remains and is a fitting tribute to Oglesby's perseverance in reaching his goals in life.
Being a slave, and then to name this after him, that he worked so hard to become a free man and to have something, and then to have that honor to have a park named after him. I think it's an honor and a privilege.
To learn more about Benjamin Oglesby and Oglesby Park, visit stccparks.org.